everybody, my name is Mix Marikuma. I am the owner of Marikuma Healing, and today we are doing part 2 of Leo's General 2025 year reading. Alright, that being said, today is a really special day. It marks 1 year of me having this business. I started off on TikTok, alright, so I'll keep it very short. And it kind of just grew from there, but it started off with glaucoma videos and mind, body, and soul videos, and then, of course, readings and things of that nature. So to celebrate 1 year of Marikuma Healing, right, I have a special for $27, okay? You can get any of 3 readings with cards, okay, as long as it's not year-related. Anything with year-related, like 2024, 2025, 26, or like, what was this year supposed to teach you? What's the future going to bring? And things of that nature. Those year readings, man, are 25. But 27 for 3 cards, 2 palms, okay? You can pick any card reading that you'd like. And if you want something with finance, I can give you a financial and career reading, as well as advice reading and future spread. If you want those, you can pick any. And I can read your palms. Normally, 2 is for 20 and 1 is for 6. And depending on what kind of reading you ask, it can be $20 or $6 for cards, okay? With this one, you get 5 for the price of 27, and it's a pretty good offer. So if you're interested in that and you want something nice for yourself, have at it. I posted all my Instagram and my Facebook and things of that nature because I use those medias to contact and communicate with you guys. I normally FaceTime you when I do the readings, or like I'll ask a picture of your hand, like your dominant hand, because it's more easier for you guys instead of holding up your hands, right, like this, and then me having to read the lines and all that. You can just take a picture and then I'll FaceTime you and I'll talk to you about what line means which thing and how I go about it, and just, go that way. So, without further ado, before we get it started, I'd also like to add, I offer counseling with advice. So if you guys need a counselor or want somebody to talk to, and, it's something that you'd like for yourself, though I'm not certified, I do have experience helping other people get to a better place. So it's $20 monthly. You can do it once a month, or you can just pay me 1 week, and that's $6. So you pick the time and the date that work for you, and we'll work it out that way, okay? Because sometimes I'm in Uganda and sometimes in Texas. So the time zone can be a little bit funky, and I'll let you guys know just to kind of work around your time schedules and things of that nature. And we can compromise if we have to. Anyways, thank you guys so much for supporting me. Those who have been following me from like day 1, we did it, okay? We, as a community, did it. And we're going to continue to keep on going. So thank y'all. All right, Leo, you waited long enough. Let's get your party started, all right? So we're going to do part 2. Part 2 is going to tackle the whole year of 2025 for you guys in 4s, okay? So every 3 months is going to be a theme. January, which is this glorious month we have now, right, through March, is represented as strong belief, defense, and conviction. April through June is represented by untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft, okay? July through September is energy and disorganization. And October through December is recuperation and recovery, okay? So we're going to tackle why you guys are having these main themes, what to look out for, how to handle those shifts and changes, okay? As well as your biggest obstacle, which is leadership and exploration. How to help you with that is rebelling and fighting for a cause. So standing up for what you believe in and fighting for it, okay? This is a major theme. Your major theme for 2025, Leo, is miscommunication and misunderstanding. I think that you guys are going to choose who to give your time to, right? Who deserves you to talk to them and interact with them, and who's not worth your time, and who gets blocked. because you guys can be super generous and kind when you guys want to be, and also you try your best to help people out. Like the Leos I've seen are very confident, okay? Also, like very like you guys like the finer things a bit. Don't come for me. I'm a Virgo. I'm gonna make fun of the Virgos when we come to that because Virgo to Virgo, I get you guys. I know your ways. But I can tease Leo because I also have you guys too. Okay. I have you guys for my moon. So you know it's about to go down. Anyways, you guys are very kind, very helpful, and some people take advantage of your generosity. So you're gonna learn not to give it to them, man. And that's okay. You're not being a bad person for not giving your energy to people who are not worth your time. Okay? If you needed permission, congratulations. I give you permission to not give your energy away freely to those who do not deserve it. Period. All right, without further ado, let's tackle January, February, and March. Again, what is it? Great belief, great responsibilities, my lords. Strong belief, defense, and conviction. All right. Why, universe, is Leo having this? Between practicality, dependability, and teamwork, bro. Why is Leo having strong belief, defense, and conviction for January, February, and March? What's going on? What's happening? Ooh, deep attraction is why you're having strong belief, defense, and conviction. Okay. This doesn't have to be a partnership, okay? I know everybody's like, deep attraction has to be that you're smitten with somebody. If you guys don't know what smitten is, it's like having a crush, okay? My slang is incredibly outdated. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. It's incredibly outdated. Being a nurse, I picked up different generational slangs. And also, I like old school slang. Like, I like the classics, okay? Okay, I'm gonna put you up. This is funny because it popped up twice. The first time I put it back, and the second time the universe was like, no, this is what's next. Okay, universe. I will stay in my lane, man. Thank you. So communication, ethics, and introspection, okay? We're gonna get into that in a moment. That's what's gonna help you. Carrying responsibilities, carrying burdens, responsibilities, and debt, okay? So if you're having strong belief, defense, and conviction, it ties into more of your core strength, okay? Now for some of you guys, it can be religious. Now before anybody come after me, we go into touchy waters, okay? If you guys are sensitive about religion, then maybe fast forward a little bit because we're gonna get into some details here, okay? I always try to warn you guys before we get into like the deep, heavy stuff. Religion gives us strength in the sense that it strengthens our faith, okay? When we have faith in something, it gives us confidence to keep on going. Regardless if you're Christian or you're Buddhist or you're Muslim or you believe in Islamic faith or whatever it may be, okay? Normally, strong belief is not religious, but for some of you guys, it could be. That's not a bad thing. It just means that you use your faith to give you strength to go day by day. I believe in the universe. I believe that we're all connected, that we should respect each other no matter what your religion may be, no matter what you believe in, if you don't believe anything at all. Some people just don't have faith, all right? And that's fine. That's not a bad thing. Everybody has their own thing, all right? Now, when we have faith, we have inner strength and spiritual strength, okay? That means that because I have belief and faith that this is going to work out and that this will give me strength to go over the hard obstacles that life throws at us, all right? I ain't getting preachy. I'm just nipping it in the bud. Again, touchy waters because people are very sensitive about their religion, about their political viewpoint, about marital and who people should love and who people shouldn't love and all that jazz. I ain't even going to jump on that. But Leo, you may be using your strong faith and belief to help you and guide you to do things that you're meant to do. Okay? Now, that being said, for those of you guys who are not going on to the religious belief, or you use religious belief and you use your character, okay? I'm tackling you two now. Character strength or core belief is what you believe as a person. Each person is entitled to believe what they want to believe. So long as you're not putting your religion and your idealism, right, or ideology onto other people, like if you don't believe what I believe, then you're going to the void. Or in my case, if you don't believe in the universe and do what I do, then you're never going to have a next life. You're just going to be stuck. You're going to be stuck somewhere in the hottest of places, and you're going to be damned. Listen, nobody in this world is perfect. Who is anybody out here going to be judging other people for what's? If you are a perfect, all divine person, right? Like you've never sinned, you never had impure thoughts, you never had anything wrong with you, and you are good to honest, pure, and kind. Have it. But last time I checked, that person doesn't exist. So you stay your lane, I stay my lane, and you do you. But don't come after me because I'm not fitting your ideas. Okay? Don't try it. You will not succeed. I said what I said and meant it. Strong belief is what you believe as a person. Okay? I believe that people should be treated equally, that people should be treated with respect, that nobody's better than anybody and nobody's above anybody. We are all human beings. We are doing our best in this world, and that's all that matters. Whoever you believe in, whoever you give your faith to, whoever you're with, whoever your political viewpoints are, I don't care. And I'm not saying that to be a dick. I'm just saying that, like, you're entitled to believe and do what you want to do. So long as you're not hurting people, children, and animals, I'm cool. Again, this channel is a safe space, okay? This YouTube channel is a safe space for a lot of people because all we're doing is embracing, loving ourselves, okay? And going for what works for us and being better versions of ourselves because we deserve that, okay? Now, that being said, if you're going for deep attraction, you're going for things that make you happy, things that you have a passion for, things that draw you, okay? And while you're doing this, this is allowing you to communicate. Remember, your biggest theme for this year, honey, is miscommunication and misunderstanding. So if you don't know how to communicate, oh Lord, sorry guys. If you don't know how to communicate with yourself, right? Or communicate with others, then you're going to be in trouble. Very few people, guys, have the ability to read minds. If you're an empath or somebody that's very sensitive to feelings or vibrations or frequencies and energies of other people as well as yourself, you can be able to sense what a person is feeling, maybe thinking, or know what they know, depending on whatever your clairsenses may be, okay? But very few people, okay, let me not say very few people, not everybody embraces that gift, firstly, and secondly, not everybody strengthens it, okay? So I can't read your mind. I can read your vibration. I can maybe predict what you're thinking, but you have to tell me what you want. You have to be able to be confident enough and have that, like, you know what? This is what I want for myself, and this is how I'm going to go about it. And if you don't like it or you don't agree with me, right, that's your problem. Like, here's the thing. I agree to disagree, but I'm not going to change what I want just to please other people. That is a big thing that you, Leo, are going to have to learn. Because remember, on the first part of your reading, we tackled about your mental health and how important it is that if your mind is right, then the rest of it will follow. Because when this isn't working, it affects your emotions. It affects your mind and emotions, it affects the body. If these three are not working together, right, your soul is confused and it causes a lot of draining and lagging and is not good for anybody, least of all Henny, and especially not you. Okay? So with ethics, again, because communication is one part for the King of Spades, it is also ethics and introspection. Understanding yourself in a deeper level is introspection. Back in the day, before I healed myself, before I got into more of a, mind, body, and soul type of thing, or a metaphysical or spiritual kind of stuff, right? I was a really angry person because I didn't heal from a lot of things that hurt me, okay? So when I went over there and I was always angry and upset, I was very controlling and dominating because I feel that if I control and dominate everything, then people can't hurt me. I can never get hurt. I can never get abused. I can never get neglected because I will always be in control. And if I have all control, then I dictate what happens and what doesn't happen. But the thing about that is that nobody wants to deal with an angry person. Nobody wants to deal with somebody who's always spiteful and upset and doesn't talk about how they feel and all these things, okay? Nobody wants that. So until you accept the fact that you have problems and that you're going to need to have help, right? It will always be something that you guys will struggle with. So when I took time to heal myself, I had to sit down and be like, okay, why are we in control? Why we have to be dominating? I need to be in control and dominating because I am angry. Why are you angry? I am scared. Why are you scared? Because I'm sad. Why are you sad? Because I got hurt and I don't want to get hurt again. There is a seed that grows into a tree that can manifest into something beautiful or nasty. Introspection is to understand those roots, get rid of the roots, or make peace with it and grow something out, or be doomed to repeat it because you choose to not understand it. Okay? Adaptation, evolution, and evolving and growing and thriving is how we're supposed to be in this life. We cannot stay in places that we cannot heal from, in places that got us sick in the first place. All right? Now, carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt is your outcome. So for January, February, and March, you're going to be starting to learn through this month, right, to March, that you need to follow things that you like to do, things that tie into your character, who you are, Leo, not who they want you to be, not who your family dreams you to become, not who your partner is trying to shape you into. Who are you? Like the caterpillar in Alice of Wonderland, all right? Who are you? It's an easy question, but a difficult one to answer. And it's weird, but it's true because you have to really understand yourself as you, not I want to be, I'm going to be, I am. I accept, I embrace. It's a deep understanding. And it takes time to get there. So don't be like, oh, well, I have to understand it by January, February, and March. What am I? No, you're learning yourself. You're beginning that self-accepting, self-loving journey. It takes some time, baby. Believe and receive. It takes some time. You're doing okay. You're all right. Okay? You're gravy, baby. Now, while you're finding things that you like to do, you're tying things that tie into your character, okay? You're learning to communicate and express yourself in a healthy way. And you're understanding some bad habits or things that you try to hide from or pretend that you don't have because you are not embracing yourself fully. If you can embrace the full phases of the moon, right? Whether it's a new moon or a dark moon, a full moon or a waxing gibbous or a waning crescent or whatever it may be, okay? then you can most certainly, without a shadow of a doubt, embrace who you are. Okay, honey? All right. Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. You don't have to carry everything by yourself. Okay, be organized and not trying to go over there and overcome yourself all the way. That's not something that you need, okay? You need to be able to allow yourself to be like, okay, I need help with this project. Can you guys help me out this way? Teamwork makes the dream work. You don't have to carry an overwhelm, okay? If you feel like you're overwhelmed and bloated, because normally the reason why I'm saying this again and again is because that's what this card represents. Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt is always when you're spread out thin, you're kind of feeling like the load is really heavy, and you're just like, I can't ask for help because I'm an adult and I have to do everything on my own and what. Listen, ask for assistance because that helps you with your mental, emotional, and physical health. If you're overdoing it and trying to carry on way more than you need, you're just going to go over there and mess yourself up. You know what I mean? So don't do that. This is going to tie into your strong belief, defense, and conviction. Not everybody going to be happy that Leo's taking care of themselves. They're going to miss the old Leo, the Leo that used to do whatever they want, the one that used to be easy to talk to in a sense like, oh, Leo, I need help. I can't do this on my own. And you'd be like, okay, yeah, we're neighbors, we're friends, we're family. Of course I'll help you. Whatever you need. I got you. Don't worry about it. And you overgive. It's okay to tell people that you can't help them right now. Okay? I think that's something that we really need to normalize in telling people no. But we're supposed to help everybody. It is the right no. The right way is not killing myself over doing things that I don't have the energy or the means to do at the time and moment, bro. I can't, listen, if I can't do it, I'm just going to be like, look, guys, I can't do it. And if I have to do it, you're going to have to help me because I can't do this on my own. And that's just how it's going to be. Like, it's okay to be that direct and that stern. You know what I mean? All right. I'm going to keep this for January through March. And we're going to go into why is your main theme untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft, bro. Because how it looks like is that you're coming in this 3 years, like 3 months, right? The first 3 months of this year, you're going in with strong belief, defense, and conviction. But the first half, right? So the second 3 months is going to be untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft. So you're dealing with people, right, who are not trustworthy. Or you're dealing with situations that you don't feel like you can be yourself because you feel like they're going to rob you. Okay, let's figure it out. What's up for April through June? Why is the theme untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft? Moving on and getting into a better place mentally. Remember, you guys, this was your main theme for 2024. So clearly it ties into something with your mental well-being, which ties into a bunch of things. And we are also talking about moving on. So letting go of things that don't matter, that are not working for you, that are not beneficial. What is the solution? Strong belief, defense, and conviction. Remember, we just got through talking about that. This is for January, February, and March. So you're bringing it in. You're using the tools that you've learned for January through March and bringing it for April, May, and June, okay? Empathy and turning inwards. So there's going to be a lot of work about that. So let's get into it, okay? As you guys know, for this first 3 months, right, since we're beginning 2025, go to things that you feel drawn to, that draw passion, that make you happy. Do those types of things, okay? In all your life and all aspects of it, always go for things that make you happy, that bring you peace, and that can benefit you. Be able to communicate, yes, no, stay, go. Don't go over there sugarcoating it, being like, well, I'm trying this year to be really nice. Last year, I feel like I was kind of a mean person, and I'm trying not to do that anymore. It's okay to go over there and be like, yo, bro. I mean, you don't gotta say it like that, you know what I mean? But like, yo, bro, I appreciate that you guys want me to do this, but I need help in this area. Okay, or I can do this. I will need a week off tomorrow. Like, be able to say what you want to say and mean it. Okay, if you can't do something, it's okay. Speak your piece, speak your truth. My mom always tells me to be able to speak your mind. And my dad is a very honest person, so he shows me that all the time. Like, if you don't go over there and say what you need to say, then you're going to go over there, be stuck in a miserable thing. So it's better off to get it off your chest and be free of it than having to hold back. Okay? And understanding yourself and loving yourself. You cannot be your own enemy. Okay? The first person you should ever have a relationship with is you. Like, I am my first love, my first partner, my first best friend, and my confidant. Because at the end of the day, as much as I love my family and friends, I'm with me all the time. All day long, I'm stuck with myself. So if myself is not a good place to be, then there has to be some type of change. You know what I mean? Don't overwhelm yourself with carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. Allow yourself to carry what you can and ask for help for the rest. That is okay. That is a healthy boundary, baby. We need that. Okay? Okay. So for April, May, and June, that's just a brief summary. We're taking we're taking exactly what I just said to moving on and getting to a better place mentally. So we're taking our tools and we're helping our mental health. Very important. Because the reason why I'm saying it like that is because January, February, and March is this, okay? The strong belief, defense, and conviction. Again, you are taking these tools that you've learned for these first 3 months and you're using it throughout the year to make sure that you're studying, okay? I'm studying my mind, my heart, my body, and my soul. I am not going to go over there and do these things. And you have to remind yourself because remember, you're breaking bad habits. I had to break my habit of like people fawning, all right? When you get like, okay, we're just gonna like side swat it, okay? Just like a side note for those of you guys who are going through this and you have no idea what the freak is going on. Everybody has a trauma response. Some people fight, okay? When they get stressed out, when things get overwhelmed, they go in heavy. They get in, okay? They're like, no, I'm not gonna run from this. I'm gonna face it. Okay, I'm going to get aggressive. I'm going to be hands-on. I'm going to be able to defend what I need to defend. Okay, some people have that response. Being in that response for a really long time, okay, when your body's in survival mode, right? It causes aggression, dominance, temperament, okay, aggravation, and things of that nature. It can be a good thing to have, but if you're stuck in that survival mode with the fight response, okay, you can get somebody who's in your face, who fights you, who can get physical, who can get verbal, who gets loud. So if you're shouting at me, I get louder. I am all up in there, okay? What are you going to do? Da-da-da-da-da. Throw those hands, bro. Throw those hands. Square up, right? Square up. Because I can go toe-to-toe. Like, they don't back down. And that can be an aggressive, very temperamental thing. And that is not healthy for you to be on that level 24/7, 365, give or take. Okay? Now, let's go for the flight. People who have a flight response tend to run, tend to leave, tend to not stay. When things get hard, they run to the next thing. And then they run to the next thing, and then they run to the next thing, and they refuse to sit still and see it, okay? Now, yes, a flight response can come in handy in certain situations. Again, if you're in that flight response for your survival mode, because your survival mode is on all day, you haven't learned to like tone it down or turn it off, right? You're just in that mentality that I gotta survive. If this doesn't work, I have to have an exit plan. I can't stay. I can't be facing these kind of problems. It's too much. It's too much. Nope. Nope, no, I can't do it. You're going to be stuck repeating the same patterns because you refuse to sit and learn. Now, when I run away from this, why? Because at some point in time, you have to understand you're repeating. Why is this always happening? No matter how hard I try, no matter how much I work, it's always in the same. You're not catching a pattern that you need to learn from and change. You're repeating something. And the more you run and the less you deal with it, okay? Now, when you're in an abusive situation, okay, leave. Find an exit route. The longer you stay in there, the bigger your chances are that you're not going to make it. I've been in all sorts of abusive relationships. I've been through it all. And I wish, sorry, I rub my face sometimes, like, just to calm myself down sometimes. It's like a thing. But anyways, I wish that someone had told me how to deal with it instead of just trying to figure it out. Okay? Because I stayed in there longer than I needed to. And you feel so guilty and ashamed when you're in a toxic relationship or a narcissistic relationship or physically, sexually, mentally, verbally, physical, whatever, right? And you're supposed to be this really smart, intelligent person, whether you're a woman or a man or a person in general, right? And you're not supposed to be treated this way. You know you're not supposed to be treated this way, but you believe that you deserve it because maybe you start blaming yourself. They start isolating you and taking you away from your family and all that. And this ties into empathy. This ties into moving on into getting into a better place, and this ties into your strong belief, defense, and conviction. I'm looking at your cards, okay? I have it like the reading year here, right? So the year reading is there, and then like the side cards for each one is in this area. And it ties into that because people are in survival mode. The flight response is a really crazy one to be because you get threatened and you run. You don't face your problems. You avoid, like the plague, you avoid all confrontations, and that's just not healthy for you. And then when you do get on your own space, right, you get out of that relationship finally, you have to deal with all these emotional and like mental and psychological types of healing, and it takes time for you to get to where you used to be. And even when you get close to who you used to be, you're not the same person. Okay, so when you're in 24/7 365 survival mode, it's crazy. When you have, like, the trauma response of fawn. I had fawn and fight and flight. Like, you can have more than one type of trauma response. For me, I always told people what they wanted to hear. I never expressed myself. I was so scared that I would make somebody angry, and then, it would affect my family and me, and I don't want to have to deal with it. So I feel like if I please them, if I tell people what they want to hear, then I can't get hurt, right? Because that's how it always works. Yeah. If you just tell a bunch of assholes what they want to hear, they'll never hurt you. Sarcasm aside, though, it was a really hard thing to fight. And it took me some years, and I do mean 5 or 6 years to kind of get over that. So you're breaking habits, man. Don't feel bad. Okay? Flop and freeze. So flop is when your body kind of goes limp and you just drop. And freeze is when your body tenses. Okay? This can cause a lot of problems physically, mentally, and emotionally when you have those two, okay? So again, work on your trauma responses, understand how you deal with stress, and how to heal that. Because your body doesn't know when it's out of there. It doesn't. It believes, if your mind goes back to think about those times, and your heart's starting to feel those emotions again, your body just believes that it's in it. It doesn't know the difference between, imagination and reality. It's the same. You know what I mean? So working through your trauma responses will help you get to a better place mentally, will help you build your character and work on what you need to heal on yourself, as well as dealing with not shutting down, okay? Empathy is your last card, okay? Empathy and turning inward. You're going to have to do the inner work. And the inner work, honey, is really scary. It is. It's scary because you have to face things that you don't want to face. And you have to accept yourself in ways that you don't want to see. Okay, empathy is when our bodies are overwhelmed and it shuts down, and now it's on autopilot. You are no longer playing your character. Okay, you're on break and they're playing themselves. Your body is just going on its own, going through the motions. And the crazy thing about it is that, like, here's the thing. The crazy thing about empathy, right, is that people don't understand. Nobody talks about these things that we should be knowing. Nobody talks about trauma responses and abuse. Nobody talks about empathy and what that's like. Empathy is the ability to feel hollow and numb. When you're feeling empty and you feel nothing, you are not going crazy. You're not a bad person. You just have empathy. Empathy is a sign that you're having a mental or emotional or like maybe even a physical type of disability, because having a physical disability can cause you to block things out because it's too hard for you to handle at the moment and you just want to go through it, okay? People with empathy are really good at pretending things are okay. How are you feeling today, Leo? Oh, I'm okay, I'm fine. Don't worry about it. You sure you're not upset about so-and-so? Oh, no, I mean, look, it's no skin off my teeth. I actually hope them the best. I wish them the best. I'm not angry about that breakup. This happened in the past. The past is in the past. I'm fine. Just a little tired, but nothing to worry about. And deep down inside, you just have nothing to give. You're empty, bro. And it's a scary thing to feel. I've struggled with empathy for years. Like I tell you guys, I've gone through a lot in my life. And it kind of, I think, okay, as I got older, right? And I'm not trying to be like, oh, poor, pitiful me. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying that with all the struggles that life has given me and all the pain that I've gone through, it's helped me to be more compassionate, understanding to others, and also allows me to make these videos to help people who are in that situation. Because like when you're going through tough times, you feel so alone. You feel like people don't understand you, that how can anybody understand what you're going through emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually? Because it's just something that you feel on your own. You do. You feel like you're some type of freak or whatever, and you're not. Okay? I don't really like using the word freak. I feel like that's a mean thing to say, but like you feel like an outsider. It's all right. If you guys are having to feel this hollowness and emptiness, please go to a doctor. Go to somebody and talk to them and express themselves. You may be, sorry guys, you may be having depression or anxiety or something else that is affecting you or that has started because of whatever that you're going through, okay? You are not your situation. You're not your abuser. You're not a bad person because you shut down just to have a break. Your body shuts down again as a defense mechanism. It takes time for you to think about what you need without being tied down by emotions and thoughts, to clear it out and then come back on, okay? You can turn on and off your empathy and be able to feel things, but it takes time to master that, because when you don't know what it is, it makes you feel like you're an imposter, okay? Like for the longest time, I didn't even think I was actually human because I didn't understand empathy. I didn't even talk to my family about it or my friends or people. I just kind of told them like, I made it into a joke like, oh, I'm dead inside. I feel nothing. Just totally hollow, man. You know how it is. Like I always made it sound so nonchalant. So, anyways, and I get why, because you're going to start seeing people who are not who they say they are. So that can also affect your mind too, okay? Don't tolerate these peasants, bro. If anything that you guys get from my videos, y'all will all, you guys are going to be like top champs when it comes to peasants. Remember, peasants are not people who are poor. They're not middle class. They're not people of different ethnicity and what. Peasants are all gender, all ethics, all people who have low vibration, low energy, never happy, always complaining, never satisfied. They are always finding the worst in the world, and they blame me for everything. They don't take responsibility, and they victim and all that. Those are peasants. And it's 2025, baby. It's like 8 days in. I'm sorry. I'm celebrating my like year of doing this business, because like it's crazy to me that last year, you know, I started off in not the greatest headspace, and I just decided to make videos about it, and it grew. Like, hot dang, bruh. All the support and love that I get from you guys, like I really mean, like it means a lot to me. You know, I didn't think it was going to be like that, but I've met really amazing, nice people doing this business. And I've helped quite a few people as well. It makes me happy. Anyways, back to the thing. You are my God. I lost my thoughts. Yeah, it's 2025, guys. We're not doing, I found it again. It's 2025. We're not dealing with peasants. We're not dealing with low vibrational people who refuse to grow. Peasants are down here. As queens, kings, and royals in betweens, right? We are up here. We can't go down there. We already leveled up. So either you level up and rise with us, or you stay where you are and get the heavens out of our way. Okay? Yeah. So that's for April, May, and June. I hope that gives you guys some clarity. Sorry if I kind of go up and down and all around and everything like that. We get to what we need to, okay? I promise you. But I never give you the A to B. I give you like the alternate route. We go through many side journeys as we get to the destination, all right? That's what makes me different. And unique. Haha. All right, silliness aside, July, August, and September, energy and disorganization. Again, you guys are coming in this year. What makes me happy? What works with my character? How can I go over there and lift myself up? For the next 3 months, right? The second 3 months are going to be all about getting myself into a better headspace. It's a wag bottom. They're really cute little birds. Anyways, you're going into, all right, I'm bringing in the tools that I learned from January through March. April, May, and June, I'm using these tools. I'm going to be surrounded by people that make me happy. I am going to work on myself. If I feel drained or exhausted, take a break, talk to somebody, do some exercise, have some hobbies to express my emotions in a healthy way where I'm not feeling dragged, okay? And you're getting yourself, like I'm happy to say, the way that I'm looking at it, you guys are getting your energy organized. And you're also working on what doesn't organize with you. Like when you're feeling this way, what's the cause? And do we need to keep that? Do we need to work on that? Or do we need to let it go? And if we need to let it go, we need to let it go. Like, peace out, bro. I'm telling you guys, this year, we are not dealing with people who are a waste of our time. I'm not dealing with that. Listen, I work too hard on myself to go around and be like, oh, well, if they want my energy, I guess I just have to sit down and be a victim of vampires who suck my energy and my life force. Girl, please. Nobody got time for that nonsense. Anyways, the reason why you're having energy and disorganization is nostalgia, childhood, and old friends. If I had a past card, this would be it. I don't hate the Six of Hearts like I used to, okay? Because the past always means that there's something, even, like, for example, right? In this journey that you're going to take this year, Leo, you're walking, right? And then sometimes we take some steps back. Then we sit, and then we're supposed to be taking more steps ahead. and we do, but a piece of ourselves is still a few steps behind, while the other part of ourselves is ahead, if that makes sense. I know this is a little weird to explain, but that's what it's like. There's a piece of you in the past, bro, that just wants to stay there. And we need to confront and love our past self, okay? We have to be like a garnet. We have to fuse our ruby and our sapphire. If you guys haven't watched Steven Universe, I'm sorry. That's a spoiler. But it's a really good show. Like, granted, it's, supposed to be Western style animation and it could be for kids. But adults should watch Steven Universe because it teaches you life, it teaches you relationships, different types of relationship dynamics, and how to go about it. Also, if you like Adventure Time, then you most likely like Steven Universe because Rebecca Sugar is on both of them. Okay, so what is the solution for this? Solution. 2 cards. Okay. Juggling resources, waiting on results. Okay. You already know I juggle. I do these cards really fast, so like, yeah. Okay. Bro, we got hit with that empathy. Y'all are going to be struggling with the empathy a little bit. It's okay. You'll be able to overcome it, okay? It feels like you won't be able to when you're dealing with it for the first few times, like for like a few months to like a few years when you're dealing with empathy and trying to deal with your mental. It's going to be kind of hard, okay? But I want you guys to understand that you will overcome it, that you can do it. And even though it's scary, you're going to be okay. You just have to practice on being very gentle and kind to yourself and making sure that you have a safe space and that you feel safe in general. Okay, you have safe space to be yourself and you have the feeling of being safe that you don't have to go over there and try to cope with yourself by being something that you're not, okay? So you're going to have to work on your past issues. Here's the thing. Hold on, guys. Give me a moment. Thank you, guys. Sorry. I kind of freezed it to take a bite because I was making myself something to eat. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm looking at it, man. I can understand the energy and disorganization. I know this is going to be like a weird video for you guys. I'm sorry for that. The more that I post, the more that you guys will kind of like understand my personality. So hopefully, it'll be okay. But anyways, yeah, with the past, bro, I feel like you're dealing with your own personal thing and like financially you're trying to make it, So that's what could be overwhelming you and being like, I need to focus on healing from this. And I'm also having financial stress because I want to be able to make money, right? But I feel like I'm getting hit by 2 things, like I'm getting a double whammy. So I'm getting hit with my personal past and I'm getting hit with financial, and it's just a little too much right now. So I just need to shut down and then push through it. And then I can turn myself back on, right? Like, whatever. And sorry, that was kind of a mean thing to say, but like, get myself more balanced or whatever that needs to be. The thing is, when it comes to juggling, like, here's the thing. Nostalgia, childhood, and old friends, right, is why you're having energy and disorganization for July through September. You're going to be your main theme, okay, guys? And it's just kind of like, okay, well, why? Because of this. So there's some things that you guys want to do. Either, like, here's the thing. Either you want to do some things that you used to do in the past and bring it up to now, or there's some things that happened in the past that you're not letting go. It could be a little bit of both. At the same time, juggling resources and rating results is going to help you guys out. So if you're trying to also get something financially stable for yourself, right? Excuse me, normally I don't eat in front of you guys, but this morning I'm starving. Anyways, juggling resources, waiting on results, okay? When you're making money, it's really important that when you have leftover money, okay, you paid your bills and all that good stuff, that's gravy, baby, okay? But you need to go over there, okay, and you need to put the leftover money into a rainy day fund or like a savings, okay? And then you can have something that you don't touch. I have Airtel and Zelle. Okay, these are like the two ways that y'all can get to me. When I'm doing my readings and things, I'll be like, okay, well, I have Zelle and I have Airtel. Airtel is because I'm in Uganda and I visit my family in Africa. So Airtel is what we use a majority of. Okay? And then I use Zelle so that way I can go over there and also get things. When I'm in Africa, I don't have Cash App and PayPal and things of that nature. They won't let me have that on my thing. For whatever reason, there's certain apps that are just like not allowed in certain countries, and that happens to be one of them. Don't ask me, bro. I don't know, but like so far I haven't been able to get to that. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that my Airtel I don't touch, okay? It's for savings, and for Zelle I use it for business. So whenever I have money, I put it in my Airtel and it adds up with interest and things of that nature. So I'm getting paid sometimes if I don't touch my money. I get added things, okay? They invest in my account because I'm not touching it. Whichever way works for you. Just make sure that you put one half in savings and one half in your pocket. It's also important for you guys to have cash on hand, okay? Because God forbid your phone dies, you lose your cards, you have no other way of paying, and you need change, right? You have it now. Financial and sometimes trying to relive things that already happened can take a strain on our body, all right? So make sure that you balance yourself out. Like, if it's beneficial for you, go for it. If it is not beneficial for you, don't do it. If your soul is just really overwhelmed, you're feeling a little off, kind of like not in the game, right? Your head's not in the game, you're feeling out of sorts, take a break. Meditate. Go in the country. Scream. Run barefooted. Earth. Okay? Like, charge yourself and ground yourself, and then rest and relax, and then come back in there recharged and renewed and ready to do. Okay? Now, then take one more bite. We're going to tackle this October, November, and December. Recuperation and recovery. So pacing, taking your time, not pushing with all your might. We have to do it now, now, now. No, this card is for you to stop. Breathe. Slow down. It's going to be a bit shaky for you guys because you guys are shifting from the old Leo to the new Leo. Okay? You're growing. And growing requires you to let go of the old to make room for new things. Okay? This recuperation recovery is going to help you with that shift. It's going to be a shift change. Why does Leo have new ideas, new projects, new job, new home, new things? This is why you're having the break. Organization, intelligence, and cleverness. Okay. So you're executing a plan. Wow. Creativity and charisma. All right. I'm actually happy for you guys. Hold on. All right. Let's get into it. So recuperation and recovery is for October, November, and December. That's going to be your main theme. All right. That's what those months are going to be teaching you. That's what it's going to be about. Why it's going to be about that is because you're having new homes, new projects, new things. All right. New stuff is coming because you're choosing to be organized and be intelligent and use cleverness. Your creativity and your charm is going to help you get a lot of stuff. Again, and I'm going to say this all through y'all's reading. Remember when I do these ones, I always tell you guys, for the most part, we're going to have repetition. There's going to be some things that are going to show out a little bit more in your reading that you should pay attention to, some things that you ought to avoid, and some things that you should look forward to. You guys are going to be just fine, but to help you thrive and grow and achieve, right, you're going to need to be organized. You need to go after these new things that you want, but be smart. Don't go over there and jump in without having a plan, okay? And again, make sure that it's something that can work for you, that you can achieve and grow and have all these stuff. You can't just go around, pick something at random, not like it, stay with it anyways, and choose to kill yourself or whatever. It's okay. Organization will help you. And remember, use your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual intelligence. You don't need to rely on one. Yes, you need to be smart, but you also need to understand how you feel about certain stuff and what goes with you. Just because I like more of a spiritual approach does not mean that it's made for everybody. That doesn't mean that nobody can do it. Everybody can do what I'm doing, but some people don't have the gift. Like, okay, here's the thing. It may not be your calling. Just because you can do it doesn't mean it's your calling. You should follow things that make you happy. Those are your callings. Those are where you need to be, okay? And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that, oh, you guys are not. You have to have absolute 100% pure bloodline to do what I'm doing. But no. First off, anybody can do this. It does not mean that you should, okay? It's not meant for the weak. It's meant for people who have a certain creativity and just kind of like, you learn things every day doing what I'm doing. That's all I have to say, okay? So if you are ready for that, have at it. But also, just for like whoever wants to have their own spiritual business, bro, your practice is not personal. It's not as private as it would have been if you didn't do this. There's things that you teach people and there's things that you keep to yourself, and it's a little bit of a balancing thing, because it's like, how much do I show and teach others, and how much do I kind of just like, these are things that are just for me, man, and then I'm going to teach you guys your own stuff, okay? But you're in charge of teaching people knowledge that could harm or heal people depending on how they go about it. So that's a big thing. You know what I mean? It's freaking scary. Anyways, yeah. So with emotional intelligence, going by what makes you feel happy, what gives you peace. If it gives you peace, go for it. Because if you're at peace here and here, your body's relaxed. That's all we like. Do a job that makes you feel happy. Okay. And also tap into that creativity and that charm, man. Tap into the things that draw people to you, Leo, because you got it going on. Clearly. So go over there and be like, your charming self, but also be able to think outside the box. They want us to be trapped in boxes, man. Screw the boxes. What may work for others may not work for you. Different strokes for different folks, all right? And that's all right. It's cool. Now, one problem does not have one solution. One solution does not have one problem. One problem can have multiple solutions. One solution can solve multiple problems. If you think that way, you can overcome a lot, okay? We're almost done, honeys. Now, we're going to go into your biggest obstacle. Why is leadership and exploration your biggest thing? Clearly, you want to do your own stuff. It could be like a financial thing, right? But it could also come as like you not believing in yourself. All right. Why? Victory and achievements. So you want to have your goals met before you start doing all these things. Hold on. I'm intrigued. You have piqued my interest, Leo, because now I'm curious, bro. I'm very curious. I really, truly do love reading cards. It took, I've been reading cards for, I think now about 2 years. Going to be almost, it's been 2 years and a half since I've been doing this, but it's been a year of me doing my business. So when I was reading cards, I read it before I did Marikuma healing. It's gonna be, okay. Communications, ethics, and introspection. All right. Oh no, okay. Ah. It's the 9 of Spades. Nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Okay. Let's get into it. So victory and achievements is why you're having leadership and exploration. So you want to be able to have that in order for you to travel the world and take charge of your life. You want to be steady. And when I say steady, I mean stable. You want to have stability and a strong foundation, which makes sense. I get it, I do. But all right, honey. Here we go. You can get your victory and achievements. I know that you guys are tired of me saying this. Okay, I know you are. But you guys will love me when you look back onto this and be like, I remember she mentioned this. Now I know how to conquer that. Thanks, weird lady that reads playing cards and gives people spiritual advice. And I will say to you, you are welcome, random fellow human being, person, Alpha, Omega, whoever you are, for having this guidance and advice. Now, the weirdness away, right? Communication, ethics, and introspection, you got to be able to communicate. You guys can take charge of your life. You just have to go about it in a smart way. You got to make sure that you're going with things, again, that tie into your ethics, tie into your morals, your character code, being able to not stress yourself out, and you can be able to talk freely. You can do anything, okay? If I can do it, you can do it. And I'm not saying this to be mean. And yes, I'm going to bring up how long I've been in my business, but I want you guys to understand I am visually impaired. Okay? I am. I have depression and have anxiety, and I'm not perfect by any means. I'm not Mother Teresa. I'm not the saint of Holy Alvar. I am a human being and I make many mistakes. But I learn from my mistakes and I grow. People with visual impairment, right, are told that we can't do all these things because of our vision, because of our disability, or anybody with disabilities, whether it's physical or mental or emotional or spiritual, right? Whatever it may be. We're told that we cannot achieve the things that we can. I'm achieving this business. I don't even have, I know how business runs out of watching other people and having, helping other people's business grow, right? But, this was just something that I decided to do for myself. Disability or no disability. Even if you don't have that, right? But you just don't feel like you're good enough to do the things that you want for your life. Why? If I can achieve my goals and dreams, baby, you can achieve your goals and dreams. You can do anything, and I do mean amazing, wonderful, great things. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself like Naruto believed in himself. Now he's a leader of a really good, oh no, we're not gonna go there. I'm sorry, I'm gonna stop myself. It's been a while. One, it's been a while since I've watched Naruto. Two, you gotta believe in yourself like he did, okay? And three, you can do anything you put your mind to. The only limitation is yourself, okay? That's just the long story short. So, this nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. If you don't go and do what you want to do and achieve your dreams and goals, you're gonna be stuck here. You can reach leadership and exploration. You can take charge of your life and see, right? See new things, experience new stuff. But you have to be able to communicate, go to things that, resonate with you, so you can have victory and achievements and not have nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. Also, this really much ties into standing up for what you believe in and fighting for it. Do not go over there and buckle down because you think it's too hard. Starting this business was difficult, but now it's growing. People are actually knowing what my business name is. There's quite a few of you guys that are if you guys are in Africa, you guys know me. If you follow me on TikTok, you most definitely know this face. Okay? But it took me time to be pushing forward and trying my best and just okay, I'm not going to give up on myself and what I want to do just because things get hard. Life gets tough, baby. But so do you. You're stronger than you think. You're tougher than you know. You're smart and amazing and wonderful. So go out there and slay the day. Be happy. Be gay. All right? You got this. Now, again, communication and being understood is going to be your main theme. Miscommunication, misunderstanding. Some people do not deserve to know what Leo is doing. All right? Some people don't deserve your, your level. You don't got to tell them your plans. Go over there. Do you. Slay your day. Be happy. Be gay, right? And be able to do the things that you want. And then when you're on top of the world,